Welcome to Casual Bias Rugby. Today is our first official video for the match of New Zealand versus Argentina. The match is being played in Argentina, which is always a great watch when the spirit, the passion, the fight, the will to win comes out. I mean, I'm almost as excited about this game as I am about the box game. Now, in this video, we're doing a short breakdown of the lineup of the New Zealand team. Out of respect, I'm not doing it for the Argentinian team because I haven't watched them. I don't know all the players. I'm going to mispronounce the name, so that's just out of respect. But we will go into a breakdown of the game, where Argentina could win this game, where New Zealand could win this game. We'll also have our predictions by looking at the betting odds. So yeah, I'm not even going to waste any time. Let's get into it. Starting off with the lineup for New Zealand, going into the front row, we've got Ethan de Groot, Dane Coles, Tyrell Lomax, strong front row. I would have thought they would have gone maybe with Cody Taylor to start the game, Dane Coles from the bench. Just because of the physicality of Cody Taylor, we know the Argentinians come out with physicality. They'll try and dominate the set pieces when it comes to the scrums and the lineouts. In my personal opinion, I just feel Cody Taylor is better when it comes to the set pieces than Dane Coles. We know Dane Coles is one of the best wingers in the world because he always ends up there. But I mean, the New Zealanders could have better opinions about it than me. No Brodie Retallick, no Sam Whitelock, which is a big thing for me. They've got Scott Barrett and Josh Lord, which I don't have any issues with. I just thought, just like the previous time that I said, with the scrums, the lineouts as well, when you've got Lavanini jumping there, you want your best lineout jumpers, and I thought Brodie Retallick, Sam Whitelock, especially Sam Whitelock, who needs some game time now, coming off a big injury, had a good game in the Super Rugby final. So I would have thought they would have started with those two, have a good first five, and try and dominate the set piece, which will be the strong point for the Argentinian team. But I mean, Scott Barrett, still class. I don't know too much about Josh Lord, so just moving on. Into the Lucies, we've got Shannon Frizzell, Sam Cane, also the captain, Ari Savia in the team. No real issues. Would have liked to see Papali'i. I really do rate him. And as I've said when I did the breakdown for the whole rugby championship, I mean, if you have 15 Ari Savias, you could have 5 Ari Savias and you can still win the game. The guy's the best in the world. Should have won Player of the Year for me. Disgrace that he wasn't even nominated. In my opinion, he should be the captain as well. But that's a very strong front or forward pack, if you could say it like that. I don't have too much to add to it, especially because if you look at the back line, that's why when I get into it, I would have loved to have seen a Cam Roygaard in this game. Maybe not starting, maybe on the bench. But I mean, it would have been the perfect game for him. Slots in very nicely next to Damian McKenzie, even though Aaron Smith, in my opinion, is the best in the world, or is the GOAT when it comes to scrum offs. Yeah, Anton de Pond, whatever. But I appreciate everything that Aaron Smith has done for New Zealand rugby. But I really think this would have been the perfect game to give Cam Roygaard a chance. Tell him, listen, you're coming from the bench, bring us the impact. Damian McKenzie, probably the best fluff when it came to the Super Rugby. Everyone's been calling his name. No issues with him starting. It's a deserved start. I really do like that. Caleb Clark, didn't have the best Super Rugby, but I know he is a good player. And with the injury crisis, I mean, he probably just picked himself, to be honest. Jory Barrett, Rico Iani, no surprises there. I would have gone with that as well. And a well-deserved start for the man from the Chiefs, Narawa. That guy in the World Cup final, Super Rugby final, was absolutely insane. Well-deserved start. Bowden Barrett at fullback. No issues with that, although I would have loved to have seen, same with the Cam Roygaard case, would have loved to have seen Sean Stevenson, who's been absolutely brilliant. I think this was the perfect game for him. Argentina is one of those games that's open, gives him some space to run in. Same with Narawa. But I mean, it's just my opinion. You guys know more about them than I do. Looking at the reserves, Cody Taylor, Tuanga Fasi, Lulala, Fai, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Papali'i on the bench, so he will be coming on probably for Sam Cane or Shannon Frizzell. And then when you guys feel you need to tighten the game up, you can always bring on a Richie Mo'unga, who in my opinion at this moment is the best fly-off in the world. I just did a TikTok today, combined 15. I had Aaron Smith there, and I had Richie Mo'unga there. I mean, so much. I had Bowden Barrett there as well. One of the Barretts slotting in at fullback. Very, very strong team. But I am very surprised with that first 5. No Retallick, no Sam Whitelock. I would have started Cody Taylor. Just my opinion. Moving on, as I said, I'm not going to do a breakdown of the squad of the Argentinians, just out of respect. As you know, the big players are there, Buffali, whatever. Moving on to the match breakdown. As I said, Argentina in Argentina, very, very, very tough game. I mean, the Boks always struggle against them in Argentina because they sing the national anthem, start crying and stuff. The passion comes out, the fight comes out, the will to win comes out. Never an easy game. But Argentina is so unpredictable. Like, look at last season's stats. I mean, played against New Zealand in New Zealand. Won the game 25-18. Literally played a week after. Lost the game 53-3. Now you see, that is crazy. I don't know how that happens. But I mean, the thing is, like, I really thought Argentina had a very good season, but looking at the stats, they lost so many games, but it's all games that they could have won, in my opinion. The loss against Wales at the end of last season, tough one. Against Scotland, I think the gods really just decided the game there at the end. But I mean, we already know Argentina loves a tight game when it's like forwards dominant, and then when that ball gets loose, they just throw it out wide. It's almost like watching Fiji Sevens. So they're very scary when it comes to that. But I think, and this is just my opinion, that New Zealand will love the free game more. If you just look at that back line with the Aaron Smith, Damian McKenzie loves space, Caleb Clark loves space, Jody Barrett, Rico Ioane, probably 2 of the best centers in the world. Narawa loves space, Bowden Barrett loves space. I mean, I can just see New Zealand wanting to get a dominant victory. Everyone's writing off, and it's starting to become an unpopular opinion to say New Zealand will win this game. Everyone's saying New Zealand's looking so beatable, all those stuff. And I just, looking at the Super Rugby, I just feel New Zealand will want a statement win. And I do think that's what's going to happen. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes so I don't forget stuff. When it comes to the crucial points for Argentina, it's going to be at the set pieces, looking to get some penalties and get that reliable boot of Buffali to hit it through the poles. That's where I think Argentina could probably win this game. When it comes to the scrums, try and be dominant, use the passion of the crowd behind you, get that extra force, line-outs, mauls, those type of stuff, and then maybe try and hit New Zealand on a counter-attack for your tries as well. Buffali is so reliable as a kicker. I think he's probably one of the best kickers in the game at the moment. South Africa could use one of those because we have about 10 kickers and all 10 of them are shit. New Zealand will just be looking to open up, get those guys into space. I've already mentioned which guys they are. It's free-flowing rugby. That's what I'm expecting. Adi Savia will be massive in this game when it comes to disrupting the breakdown for Argentina. Because give them quick ball with those big guys to crash ball, and then getting that free-flowing rugby is scary. I think Adi Savia will be very, very crucial when it comes to this breakdown to really disrupt the break. Jeez, I'm saying the same shit the whole time. I mean, sorry, I'm getting flustered. And then when New Zealand feel they have to tighten up the game, bring on a Richie Mo'unga, who's more tactical, really tighten up the game, slot it from anywhere, tactical kicking, defensive kicking, attacking kicking, all those type of stuff. I mean, there's a reason he's the best fly in the world, in my opinion. Now, there's something that really bothers me, and that is looking at the betting odds for this game. Now, even though I said New Zealand will want to have a statement win, and everyone's saying Argentina will win, how is it possible that if you bet on Argentina, you get 7 times your money back? In that case, I might just throw a couple of bucks on it. Now, I am a betting man, and I do think New Zealand will win, but that's just too good. How could to bet $100 on New Zealand gets you back 113? Like, I mean, I just avoid it. The same with the Australian and South African game. Just avoid the betting. totally for those games, unless you're going to bet on an underdog to win the game. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have much extra to say. This is just off the cuff talking. Sorry if I rambled a lot, but I mean, it's one of those things. Hope to see you again. Let me know what you think in the comments. Players to watch out for. What's your opinions on the lineup for New Zealand? What's your opinions? What's your match predictions? Tell me. See you tomorrow.